Welcome to Strangeville. Welcome to the channel. My name is Kevin Strange, 20-year veteran of the underground, cartoonist, novelist, independent filmmaker, and I am here today to share my love of comic books with you. But I am not alone. I am joined by the PhD of comic books, Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben, thank you for joining us today. How you been, sir? How have you been?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Things, got my new copies of the Ash Can, my latest comic, Let Us Get, my goth true crime autobio comics. We're getting mail at the P.O. box. We're getting comics I've ordered are coming in.
Getting videos taken down off the channel.
Yeah,
It's just a whole. Got contacted by a big time comics man who wants to come on the channel. It's been a very dramatic week. My new comic book came out as of the recording of this video. That will when the video airs, it'll have been weeks my new comic has been out. But what are we looking at today, Dr. Ben? Before we get into our advertisements, what are we going to look at today? What's on deck for today's video, sir? We're going indie. We're going small time. What are we looking at?
This is the Crisis Zone collection. It's big, almost like an inch thick, from Simon Hanselmann.
Oh wow, yeah, that's big.
And Fantagraphics, your good buddies at Fantagraphics, Gary Groth and the crew.
Yeah.
This is the collection. He has these characters, Meg the Witch. Because I know you're not real familiar with Simon, so I'll just assume that maybe some of our diggers, our friends out there in the audience, aren't familiar either. So it's it's a comic, kind of almost like a sitcom, but like in a comic form. But it's with these absurdist, degenerate characters for sure. Many of them do drugs, all sorts of just general degeneracy, violence.
That's what we love. We love here at the channel. We love degeneracy, violence, witchcraft,
that's what I'm saying.
Satanism.
It's all our trigger words for like what? A witch with a werewolf for a friend.
I love it. Well, it is October. It is Monster Month, Dr. Ben, and so this is a fantastic book to take a look at today. Before we get into it, though, as the late great Ed Piskor used to say, this channel is brought to you by the comics that we make. It is being Monster Month. I have a brand new book out. As of the recording of this video, it just came out today. We're recording this on October 1st. This video will air much later in the month, but I'm excited for it today. I finished the trailer for my new book, and my new book is called Count Kefula, a.k.a. Dracula in Strangeville. It is a 28-page, full-color, splatterpunk, outlaw, underground comics romp, the kind of stuff that would get us banned here on YouTube or have the video taken down if we actually looked at the interior of the book. But that is available now. There's a link in the description. If you become a patron for only $3 a month, you get access to this comic book right now. It's up there as we speak, ready to read and download and distribute yourself. If you want to print it out and hand out copies to the local grade schoolers, that's on you. Not me. I won't get arrested for that. You'll get arrested for that, you fucking degenerate pervert. Or you can, if you're more of a print comics man, you can. There's a link in the description. I'm doing a pre-order all month long, all through October. For $12, you get the 28-page full-color comic plus this beautiful 11 by 17 poster piece that you see here on screen now. That pre-order's good through Halloween, October 31st, and then I will be printing and shipping the Count Kefula comics in November. We are marching ever closer to 1,000 subscribers. When we hit that, we're like 150 away, Dr. Ben, as of the recording of this video. This comes out weeks later. Hopefully we'll already be there. And if we are, then Kevin Strange's Space Worms, my tome, my phone book, about the how long did you say, how big is the book we're looking at today?
Let me see, 200.
This one's
280 pages.
This one's 164, so this is a little dick compared to the big dick of that book. But and I can't show you much because apparently I can show you this page because apparently YouTube is going to take down our videos. And there's a nice fire truck screaming past the house. It's just on brand for the channel. My neighborhood comes alive when I start recording videos. It's just impossible to do this without interference. But I'm going to be putting, this is a 164 page full color splatterpunk, same deal as Count Kefula. It's a splatterpunk outlaw comics, degenerate, sexual, depraved, satanic comic book full of absolute horrific images that YouTube will ban us for. I'm going to put that up for free on the Patreon, link in the description, once we hit that 1,000 subscribers. What do you got going on over there, Dr. Ben?
Well, I also have a satanic comic that I got here, but my comic is talking about the dangers of Satanism. I should have, like I said, we're recording this earlier and it'll be up later, so I should have the Indiegogo sign up for the Let Us Get issue that I'm doing. It's going to be 52 pages, black and white. The stuff that there's only a couple copies of the this ash can that I put up on eBay. There might be a couple left on there by now, but they might already be gone. I'd only put up a few. Oh, and this is the bad copy too. Oh yeah, this is the one where the color got messed up. But anyways, some of the stuff in here is not going to be in there, like the picture of Ed. It's not going to be in the final comic. But when you do an ash can like this, you can just throw anything you want in. My fan art for AR-13L, The Little Mermaid. And they, if you actually get it from fundmycomic.com, they know how to spell little. Unlike me, I can't spell. So.
The light.
the light mermaid.
The litty.
But yes, that's what I'm saying. But you can read this anyways. It's on the Substack, drben.substack.com. My other Stanley's Tales of Terror, How to Draw Comics in 1963 way. If you just want to read the comics, like on your phone or whatever, go on the Substack and you can click around on there and get them for free and just read them.
Link in the description. Link in the description for Dr. Ben's Substack.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I want to show you. Like, the reason I'm excited to really show you like Crisis Zone is because this, like you were alive in 2020. You remember like just the insanity. When they started
I did that Space Worms comic in 2020. That's I was doing the same thing. I just put my head down and just tried to ignore the psychotic world we were in, and that's how I got into cartoonist kayfabe and why we're even doing this show right now. I was a follower of cartoonist kayfabe in 2019, but I probably wasn't watching them for very long before the lockdown started. And so we all coped in our own ways, and us cartoonists all kind of buckled down and just cartooned.
Right. That was what what produced that the Image Grand Design book that I'm a part of. It was just a bunch of people that were all coping with the lockdowns, and so we'd all go on Zoom and talk about the comics, and we all made fan fiction of early '90s Image slop.
Do you have that book, by the way? Do you have that Image Grand Design?
I'm going to send you a copy once I got a. That's why I was like the other day. I was like, I need to send Kevin all this stuff. So yeah, I'm sending you a copy of that because
we'll have to look. We'll have to look at that. We'll have to do a because has that been reviewed on YouTube? Do you know?
There's
reviews for it.
Yeah. There's like Dan Shaheen reviewed it, and I think even like Rob Liefeld had a thing where like he held up a copy of it because someone got it to Rob Liefeld.
Okay. Well, we're going to do a copy of it. We're going to look at a copy of it here on the channel too. That'll be a lot of fun. Because we have big plans. We have big ambitions for this channel. And one of the things that, and I wanted to wait until after you got back from ErieCon to really start pushing this, but I want to get a Discord going where we do collaborations with the Diggers, and we do our own monthly zines that'll involve a lot of bootleg stuff like that. So
Do
But
like a jam night or something.
yeah, we'll do jam nights once a week,
Oh yeah.
live streams, and then at the end of the month we'll put it all together in a PDF, and really really work on building this cartoonist community, Doctor Ben. But we're here to talk about
Yeah.
Crisis Zone, so let's get in. Let's dig on in, diggers. Let's dig in, diggers.
So I'll give you the brief introduction to the people in it. Right, as like I said, it's the four main characters are Meg, the welfare witch, Mog, her crappy boyfriend, and he is just a small cat. So that is it's kind of absurdist. But anyways, Owl, the uptight straight man, and Werewolf Jones, the raging Ed. And then there's, like I said, there's numerous side characters. Werewolf Jones has a couple of small werewolf children. There's uh, Booger, the transgender boogie woman. Dracula Jr. is in here. Like I said, this is like a Halloween comic. Witches, werewolves, Draculas. And it started off March 23rd, 2020. What the fuck? This doesn't look good. This is when it all starts. Holy hell, everything's shutting down. What the fuck is happening? Oh god, my Animal Crossing pre-order. What? The new Animal Crossing for the Switch. It's out next Friday. Well, it seems like you've certainly got your priorities in order. Fuck. What if it doesn't show up? I've been waiting all year. If it's late because of this shit, I'll kill myself. Humanity is doomed. So that's how it starts off, right? It's just just immediately all, like I said, like all the trigger words you could imagine. Anyone who's like trigger word, all just if that's what you're concerned about, this is definitely not the kind of comic for you. You know,
I don't think we have a lot of diggers around here that are triggered by words. I hope you guys are all mature enough to be able to enjoy all aspects of cartooning and comic books.
Owl, I would relate to kind of like maybe like George on Seinfeld. You know how like in like sitcoms, there's like the different like classic tropes of characters. You know what I mean? Like George is like a straight guy. That's what I would think of as like Owl.
Yeah.
He's going around cleaning everything. Fuck. Okay, I've scrubbed the whole place down. So he knocks. Owl, let me the fuck in. What? No. I've got shit paper. Boys, bring it in. We're going to have to bunker down here, man. All hands on deck. No. What? Like, do you remember that people were like literally going crazy rationing?
Dude, I would watch people do like drug deals with toilet paper in parking lots where they'd roll up with like 10 cases of toilet paper and trade them to somebody else for fucking cash money, dude. For real, toilet paper was the hottest commodity in 2020. It was the stupidest world.
Those little, those little drug bags, the little tiny like dime bags, where you just take those, fold up like maybe 2 squares, maybe 3 squares if they're being, generous.
Right.
Fold them up, put them in there.
Right.
10 spot. It was a rough time. So that's what I'm saying. Like it immediately, like that's why I think it's so fantastic, is because it immediately, like once you start like reading it, you're just like, oh yeah, like I remember all this.
Yeah, it takes you back to the moment at hand. Yeah, I remember thinking like, if toilet paper is that big of a deal, just wipe your ass with a fucking rag and wash the rag. Like we all like we're literally like freaking out about what we're gonna wipe our asses with in our houses. Like, take a shit and then get in the shower and wash your ass. Like, you don't need, like, toilet paper is a luxury, and it's really, if you think about it, toilet paper is the kind of thing that you need when you're out. It's not really the kind of thing that's like a necessity, a household necessity. Like, that's weird.
It was a globalist test, like a
yeah, we failed. Test. We got a big fat F plus there.
This is a couple, like I said, like every one of these is basically like a day on Instagram. So like Monday you'd get a page, Tuesday when all right, I need to get to work.
And
so lucky I'm
was it
able to work.
full? Were they full pages like this, or did he combine some of them to make the bigger? Because there's like nine.
I
There's like 9 panels on this page, isn't there?
Yeah, I think. What? No, it's
Or
12.
12?
Yeah,
Yeah,
12
12.
panels. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it might be.
Did he do all 12 in one day? Because that's a lot of work to do for a day.
That's what I'm saying. I think he like kind of reformatted it. I think
Yeah.
because I don't think it was 12 panels like this. Like it definitely doesn't seem like it. And there's one thing is in the back in like true Alan Moore style.
What the fuck is that?
These are his the director's commentary
What?
for every page.
What?
In just excruciingly small.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess maybe
It just looks like dashes from when you've got it sitting on the table. Oh my lord.
some sort of weird braille comic.
Yeah, that is. Whew.
That's like OCD just on unleashed. But I mean that's what I'm saying. That's what we're doing as comic creators anyways, is just finding fun and creative ways to put all of our mental whatever we're thinking about into a fun comic book format. This is Mike shows up, he moves in with them, his mother shows up. She's of course like a right winger. Globalist. God damn it, Mikey, it's a globalist democratic hoax. Ma, it's not a hoax. People are dying. I had to get her out of there, Owl. She won't survive this with her condition. Where are we? I want to go to Waffle House. Well, we can't go to Waffle House. They shut them all down. I said I want to go to Waffle House. Jesus Christ. Ma, put it away. Ain't no Democrats taking away my freedom. Out of my way, queers. I ain't staying another second in this fruit house. Bunch of degeneracies. Like, it just, you know what I'm saying? It's like mocking, but it's definitely also like there are people that are like that. Like I saw that lady.
Yeah.
Like I remember going to Dollar General and seeing her. She was angry.
I am that.
You know.
I am that angry lady. That was me. I refused I refused to wear masks. I refused to get vaccinated, and I went to motherfucking Waffle House anytime I wanted. I didn't care.
This is
I remember one time I was in Walmart and they were like enforcing the mask mandate, so you would walk in and then and take it off as soon as you like got past the old person at the front door.
Right.
And I remember running into this pastor that I know from a local church in the checkout line, and he had taken his mask off too. And so in this like sea of Karens all like masked up and already glaring at us, I like marched straight up to him and shook his hand and stood like right next to him and had a conversation with him face to face. Neither of us with masks on, and then we walked out with our bags, and it literally triggered like I don't know, five or six people standing around in the self checkout because we just weren't fazed by it all. And guess what? Me and that pastor are both still alive.
Still alive. This is Werewolf Jones here. And they're all sitting around trying to figure out what to do, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's all over now. Owl, come here, I gotta talk to you. Hey, Booger. What? What have you done? Look, it's not a huge deal or anything. But I have completely clogged the toilet. What? Yeah, I tried getting it clear with this branch. Kind of backfired. Little flecks of shit everywhere. Also, it's flooded a bit and ruined the bulk of the TP supply. I see that. Great. Fantastic. Ain't a problem. We can just wipe our asses with towels or something.
Hey.
That's the same thing you were saying.
Hey, that's what I just said.
God. You got any old clothes you don't want to wear anymore? I'll go dig a bit in the yard. I didn't even plan that. We honestly did not plan that.
That was not kayfabe. That was a total shoot.
So that's what I'm saying. Is this like it's just, and this is only like the 10th page or whatever. There's just they turn the treehouse up back into an Airbnb. There's all kinds of disasters. I'll try to cat is going like, "We need to get out of the city. Shit's about to get hardcore. Supply lines are gonna break down. The Boogaloo boys are coming out. This could get real bad. I smell civil war." He's just watching news and freaking out
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
Eventually, there's a point where eventually he becomes like he starts wearing a little beanie cap like Tim Pool.
Yeah.
Try to avoid. There is gratuitous nudity and fucking of all sorts in this too. So I guess it's not really like a kid's book unless like you have disturbed kids. I guess maybe then they could read it, but they keep getting grosser and grosser different aspects. You know what I'm saying? Like he's able to really capture a lot of the like the true like disgusting nature of like the number of people living together. But where are we at here? And this is the other thing, is this is it's an alternate reality, right? Because in one of the main, I guess there's a lot of this. I don't want to get the channel struck too much. A lot of this too is his own mother. Like he bases kind of figure if you figure like that the Peanuts characters were like versions of Charles Schultz in comic format. This is the same thing, right? So like the witch lady Mog is basically like a version of Simon Hanselmann, and this is Meg's mother, who is just a horrible, like horrible's maybe a strong word, but she's definitely like a drug addict. She's always calling Meg, trying to get money from her for drugs. It's just these modern problems that Charles Schultz would have been writing about this stuff if he had been if his mother was addicted to heroin or whatever.
If he had been a raging degenerate like the creator of this comic book.
Exactly. It gets to there's a part. See, there's where Mog has at some point he's gotten the fur scorched off his face and the top of his head, and that's where he starts wearing
the temple beanie.
It's like I said, it's like a whole. If you figure 200 and I guess for comics content, it's really not 280 pages, but it's really what? Let me check here. 200. Well, I guess it's like 270 pages is 270 pages of comics. The 270 days out of the year, he made this. There's him smoking, doing drugs. And it doesn't. The drugs don't help Mog. So I mean that is one of the things. Is it's like you've done with some of your comics where you're trying to highlight the the degeneracy and the bad effects of just. There's all sorts of things happen. There's a fire in the tree house. A lot of people die in the course of it.
I was at the epicenter of the Tim Pool origin story. He came to fame doing live streams from Ferguson, Missouri, during the Michael Brown riots, and I lived in South City, St. Louis at the time. The only white in a neighborhood in a city really full of blacks, and it was crazy times. And that was 2016.
Yeah, I do. Was that the Ferguson?
2017?
No. I think
no,
Ferguson
2014.
Was, yeah,
2014. That was pre-Trump, and that was a trip watching Tim Pool every day. And I was telling people about him, like, you got to watch this guy. He's like down there in the middle of it, because the news and even like the local radio wasn't being honest about these people destroying their own community, and Tim Pool was. Tim Pool was just pointing his phone and showing the raw footage of what was actually happening in Ferguson. So I'm very familiar with Beanie Man Tim Pool, and I really hate what he's become, being this like total grifter that feeds off right wingers' fears, and he became like a multi millionaire, has like a compound, and I don't know.
Taking that Putin money.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah. Oh, there's some. Yeah. I'll try to cover up the. I think that's just a Carrot Top shows up somehow.
Okay.
Uh, there's also a bit where he gets his face tattooed, and I think there's some sort of three-way relationship, and he gets his face tattooed to say Carrot Bottom. There's a whole lot of they talk. That's what I'm saying. Like he does cover like all the different the protests and riots and stuff. Like he doesn't really like hold back. Like he's not like they're all good. Like he really points out that like most of the protesters were just wanted to smash stuff. Like
Right.
lots of there's a couple scenes of them confronting each other. Not sure why that's there. I want to find there's a bit where there's a big group funeral. Oh, David Cho shows up in this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We haven't heard much out of him since Ed killed himself.
Oh, I think this might be. Oh, this is one. I think there's a wedding. Yeah, there's David Cho. All right, let's fucking do this. Blah blah blah. Jones, you do? Yeah, fuck yeah, I do. Dracula Jr., do you? I do. I think that's what I'm saying. I think this might be. Is this that? I think this might lead into like a big like group funeral because there's the funeral happened at the same time. Oh yeah, David Cho dies in this. And he turns into they call him a chost instead because he comes back as a ghost. It's just there's so much they start a reality show at the house that they're all living in. There's just you know what I'm saying? Like it's just these absurdist adventure after, but it's all stuff that's kind of mixed in from like the news and what was happening in. This is the funeral in reality. So this is they were going to have a funeral for David Cho there. I think that's Dracula Jr. son, who's Dracula Jr., Mike's mother, and a whole bunch of the Booger's G-strings were all lost in a fire as well. So they wanted to include them in the funeral. All right. Daddy dogs are ready. Man, fuck it, it's hot today. Must be all the arsons. When are we doing the speeches? Yeah, man, it's like 2 p.m. I'm already drunk. Soon. Fuck. I told you, hot dogs, then presents, then speeches. We're getting there, ladies. We'll honor the shit out of our dead. Man, I'm overheating here. Here, eat, dig in. Fuck it. Take these fucking bandages off. I gotta be healed by now. Desi, Ian, Al, food's ready. Come and get it. What? Oh. He's obviously... I can't remember exactly what happened to us. I think there might have been a fight where they beat his face very badly. That is the next page. Ew, gross. Have you had your lips done? What? No, this is how I've always looked. Dude, you've had work done. Your cheeks are totally different. You look fucked. I look great. A little puffy around the eyes. I will admit to having my anus bleached while I was in. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. Wow, I want an anus bleaching. That's fucking awesome. All right, enough present time. Drac? I want to skip ahead. He's got a coffee maker. He looks just so, like I say, he just captures that just disgusting, They get mad at some point. One of his children is a trans werewolf. Okay. I'm She-Ra. I'm a racist lesbian. Jesus, you buying into this? Excuse me, Desi. I think the manipulative little shit's just faking it. Fuck. Okay, TERF. That's way out of line. How the fuck am I a TERF? I'm trans. I just don't just think that this one individual kid. All right, true scum. Blair White. I didn't know who Blair White was back then. Now.
Well, yeah, you're going so over people's heads right now that don't know what any of this stuff means. This guy clearly sits on YouTube and like watches rage videos all day. TERF is a trans exclusionary radical feminist. That means that it's women, it's feminist women that don't like trans people, especially trans men who present as women. And then Blair White is a trans man, male to female, that is right wing, and for some reason, all the comment that he/she produces is anti-trans. He's like a trans that does anti-trans, and the right wing loves him. The right loves him, and they all use his she/her pronouns. None of them misgender him, her. It's very.
They all get along.
The grift is strong, and this guy clearly watches the grift. He's clearly a fan of the grift wars.
No. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They don't want to like go through every single.
Yeah, I think we've seen enough. I mean, there's 200 something pages of this. This is awesome. I love the daily comic strip.
Because there's the best part is with the. Is this it? There's one part where he's they go to do a song, and they want to play the thong song for all the the thongs that have perished. Oh, I can't remember where it's at now. It's in here. It's a very extended funeral, and they also that's the other bit is they change. Okay, is this thing on? Okay, everyone here, they put Black Panther over the guy's mom.
What?
And they're like, where do they say? There's some part where they talk about it. They're like, take it off, and he's like, leave it. That's what I'm saying. It's like he definitely knows all the stuff. He's I guess you would say a transvestite or whatever. This Simon Hanselmann dresses in the women clothes often.
Doesn't surprise.
Oh, there it is.
Surprises me,
but
not in the least.
But he's like poking fun at all of it as well. He's got a pretty good backstory. What the fuck? Who covered up my ma? Fucking hell! Why her? Why not the fucking thongs? Hey, not the thongs! For fuck's sake, leave it! Fucking leave it!
You said Fantagraphics publishes this?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like I think a lot of people don't, or maybe against it.
I sent Fantagraphics my Space Worms book and never heard anything back from them.
No,
I can go fuck myself. But this guy, he's a transvestite. They'll publish anything. God, we can't not publish it. We'll look like transphobes.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is it was like it's legitimately like a funny book. Like there's not like every day it was like it had. This was the other thing was that like the comments section was insane because it was like so many people that don't read comics were all reading it and just like. What can I say? I like his stuff. And I mean, he's put in the work. It's not like he's like a fucking slouch or something. You know what I'm saying? He's been out doing folding and stapling shit for years, But at the same point, it's not like he's rich or anything. But maybe he is. I don't know.
Well, if you can get rich off this, gang, I mean that's a world I want to live in. Let's wrap it up, Dr. Ben. Let's final thoughts on what is it? Crisis Zone from Simon Hanselmann.
Psychedelia going on, like I said. David Cho is a ghost. It's crazy stuff. You want to go back in history, leap into the time machine, and revisit 2020? Go pick up a copy of Crisis Zone. You can usually get it on eBay if you don't want to pay $30.
Pay them Fantagraphics prices.
Yeah, because that Fantagraphics is just a subsidiary of Disney now.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, they publish all like the Mickey Mouse stuff and Donald Duck and all that other stuff. You know, how else do you publish that if you're not like in bed with Disney? I mean, like I love it. I'm not complaining about them publishing Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse. I'm just saying, like, hey, you know, they want to start throwing stones. You're in bed with old Uncle Walt. You know what's going on.
If you've got some Disney books burning up your collection that you don't want anymore, gang, you can send them off to Kevin Strange, P.O. Box number 5, Cottage Hills, Illinois, 62018. Dr. Ben, if you're a, I don't know why I said Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben,
Right
if
here.
you're a, if you're a cartoonist, Dr. Ben, and you want to send me some stuff, send it off to Kevin Strange, P.O. Box number 5, Cottage Hills, Illinois, 62018, like our buddy Adam Eater did with Blaspheme, which is a tome, an anthology tome of a bunch of stuff that'll get us kicked off YouTube for showing. You know, if you're a creator and you want us to take a look at your stuff, I'll have to put a lot of post-it notes all over Blaspheme when we get around to taking a look at this book. But yeah, it's one of many things we've had sent to the P.O. Box. And so for Simon Hanselmann and Transvestites Everywhere, I'm Kevin Strange. I hope to see you guys at the dollar bin. And what do you got to say about that, Dr. Ben?
Folks, find me in those dollar bins my copy of what is it?
Spawn number 8.
Not Spawn Face. It's
Spawn-
Violator issue 03. That's one I need.
Spawn
Violator
number
issue
5.
Or Spawn 5. I'll take another copy of Spawn 5 if you want, if you got it. So stay in there, keep digging, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. You know.
And we'll see you next time, gang. Hope to see you at the next video.